Hello my peoples, it's your village champion Erina TL. Welcome to this episode. Yeah, how are you doing? Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate. So you guys, I am in eastern Uganda. That is Busoga region. Under Busoga, I'm in the Basoga have a sub tribe called the Balamoji. Okay, the Balamoji. So that is where I am, and this side where I am, there is a strange tradition. Indeed, tradition. English, where are you? Indeed, it is a strange tradition. I'm like, I have to jazz my ninjas. What? So you guys, I was jazzing with some men yesterday. And so we're talking about, oh, how do you guys do your traditional marriages? How do you conduct them and all those things? So they just me, oh, you go to the parents, they tell you what they want, you give them what they want, then they give you their daughters. And I'm like, okay, probably most the same as where I come from. But this side, it is more of, I don't know how to say it, like paying, they call it paying, buying a wife, that's what they call it in the literal term. Oh, the buying bit was a bit disturbing. The buying element alone was a bit disturbing, but it's called buying a wife. Where I come from, it's almost the same idea, but I think it's just the vocabulary that changes. We call it paying bride price, and what else? What is the other one? Bride price and I've forgotten that other word. So someone gave me a story. It's like, you see, for me, when they got to know that I was staying with the daughter without paying the bride price, they got me when I was gone to the market by force with police. Imagine, police is enforcing traditions. Very good. Because let me tell you, culture has to be respected. Even though some cultures I don't agree with them, but if it's a cultural thing and it's a healthy practice, I feel it has to be. So he was got while he was in the market. They are like, why haven't you paid for our daughters, you know, whatever. That alone was shocking to me. Now, that was not the shock. I don't want to go into his story, his arrest, how he got away from the police. That's a story for another day. Now, that was not an amazement. What amused me is this. So he's like, you know what? My brother in the next village wanted a wife in a certain family. They asked for whatever they asked and he paid. So when they went to pay to give the bride price, they were served food and all that. Now, in the meantime, the wife they were paying for, the bride price, the girl or the lady, had disappeared because she had, I think, her other boyfriend that she was more interested in. What happens, guys? So as they are eating, they don't tell them that, hey, your wife has disappeared. No. After eating, that's when the elder sit is like, oh, thank you for coming. We are happy. We are glad you paid. But we have a sad bit. We want to inform you, we are very sorry. Our in-laws, the wife you were actually paying for, she disappeared from the house. And there is no way we would tell you that before you have eaten something from this house. You know, disappointment can make you make you even leave food alone. And it's in our traditions, really, visitors have to eat. More so in-laws, yeah, they have to eat. So after eating, after eating, and they were satisfied, they had the energy to take the disappointment. They told them the wife disappeared, but her sister, we can give you her sister. And they called the girl. Imagine the whole celebration, the whole day had been organized for another person, and the parents decided we are going to give. And I was like, what if I don't like the guy? What if the sister had her own boyfriend? Or like, African traditions, parents used to decide for you who to marry. So they called the sister. Like, you know, your sister disappeared and these people have paid the bride price. So there's no option but for you to go and marry. And the sister was like, it is fine. I will go. If I was the sister, guess what would happen? With the little you know about me, what would happen? So the sister is like, fine, I'll go, and they gave her hand in marriage to the guy. And the guy is like, okay. So he went with the girl home. They have now been married for over 7 years. So I'm like, I was asking the person telling me, so your brother accepted the other girl? He's like, yes, because he had paid. It is the same family. So in these traditions, it's family that matters, not really the personality that, oh, I love this girl, she's like this. It's mainly your family traits, the statue of your family in the community. That is what comes out, or that is what defines you. But above all, you know, there are those special things people like about other people. So I'm like, so he accepted, like he went. The girl was just like, yes. The guy is like, it's okay. But of course he was first disappointed. He was breathing faster and all that. Guy's like, the disappointment, till they told him, you know what, we are going to give you another wife. And he just took on the other wife just like that, peacefully. I'm like, okay. And in African traditions, that's how it used to be. And it still is. This what I'm jazzing you is not past tense. They still do it. Now, as that one was still jazzing me and I was shocked, I'm like, what if I'm that sister and I don't like that guy? Or what if I'm that sister and he's not my type? What if I'm that sister, the one who's being told your sister escaped, so you go with the guy? What if I'm that sister and I'm not comfortable with this guy? It's like, no, you will have to go. By the time your parents accept some guy to come and pay bride price, that means they have also done a background check about that family. They know it's a reputable family, like you're going to be safe in that family. So they also told me, women learn how to love. You can always learn how to love the person you have gotten. So that means this marriage setting, this particular one, is not a love marriage. Not a love marriage. But people can always learn how to love, grow, and accommodate each other. As I was still being shocked by this, the other guy said, oh, for you are very far. Me here in this very town. Me, I married. I got the first child with the lady. The lady went. She left me. So when I reported to the family, I was like, elders, the daughter you gave me has just gone. The elders said, oh, we are so sorry. They're actually sorry. They apologized. And they said, we can give our other daughter's hand in marriage to you. Just like that. And I asked, so the other daughter accepted? Yes. I also had a kid with her. So no. How is that? It's like, yeah, it's possible. Two wives from one family, and he's a strong in-law in that family. I'm like, how does that happen? Now it also reminded me of other traditions somewhere, whereby, I've forgotten the region. It's only one brother. If you have many brothers, any brothers who marry, the wife is for all. Anyway, I don't want to go that side, but this tradition here shocked me. It shocked me. Even if you're still with the lady at home, they actually told me, even if you're still with the lady at home and she's not behaving well, the parents can tell you, bring that one back and we give you another wife, one who's not going to spoil the reputation of this family, and the other one will be put back for disciplining. So actually in African marriages, actually there's no African marriages, but the marriages in Africa, parents have a very important and vital role they play in the marriages, more so on helping, because kids used to get married young. They really needed insight of the old people, sharing their experiences, sharing their what. And one of the old men who was listening to our conversation had me as like, oh, loveless, like, daughter, marriage is not all about love. Love is good in the marriage, but love is not enough to sustain a marriage. It's all about commitment. Even what you call love itself is commitment. So if you get this man and commit to love him, you will love him and your marriage will flourish without those things. Oh, what if I don't feel anything for him? What if I'm not this? And he told me those are the best marriages. Then he asked me, the guy you are married to, is it your father who phoned? I'm like, no, with that kind of shock. Eh, my father? Neda. He's like, Then, I don't know. I'm like, but for us, we are good. He's like, but for us old people, we see things that you small people can't see. So for us, we go through family backgrounds, and then for you are taken by butterflies in the body. This conversation, guys, went on for like 2 hours when I was just talking to these guys, and it was full of wisdom and full of insight. But for me, that was a strange tradition. I don't know if I was in the shoes, maybe because I'm not from this area, so I've not grown up within that tradition. But I find it strange, which I respect, because to each there is a background and a strong background. What if men take it? But I also ask, what if men take advantage and they just want to marry all the girls in that home? They keep saying, this one is like this, they give you another wife. This one is like this, they give you another wife. You know? Anyway, that's my concern. But they believe arranged marriages are even far better than what we call love marriages. That's what they told me. And they feel families, the elders, see more than what we can see. That is what shocked me in Busoga region, in Bulamoji. That is in eastern Uganda. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched up to this point, see you right in the next video, because you can look at me all day.